Hi, my name's Carly Castelli, and this is my final vodcast about Web 2.0 tools. What are Web 2.0 tools? They are the second generation of the World Wide Web, and all of these different tools, there's many different ones, and they allow people to collaborate and share information online with one another. There's different ways, such as the one I'm using, which is called Prezi, ways that you can present information, and this tool also allows you to share it with others via email. You can save the link and post it on different websites. So it gives you many opportunities to collaborate with one another and also to share information. And that's just what all Web 2.0 tools allow. So, why should you as a teacher use these Web 2.0 tools? Why do they benefit you? Mainly, they engage the learner. All right, it makes it exciting for the kids to learn. It's something nice to look at, so it gets their attention right away. It makes learning fun. You could have the students using Web 2.0 tools, and that is very exciting for them and a lot of fun. I notice that whenever my students, I give them free reign to use whichever Web 2.0 tool that they choose. Their projects are outstanding and they have so much fun. That's the most I get out of them the entire year whenever they get to use Web 2.0 tools. So that's why I do lots of projects now. I found that's the best way to get their attention. Also, it provides a wide range of tools. You have presentation tools, they can create comics, they can make posters on Web 2.0 tools. There's an endless amount of resources right at their fingertips. Collaboration 24/7. With the usage of blogs and wikis and things like that, they can communicate with one another and post information at any time of the day. So if they're, in class, if they're not really prepared to talk or to discuss, they're able with these blogs or wikis or things like that, they're able to go home, think about it, come up with something very thought provoking, and then they can post about it and make edits as they choose and then post it. Some kids get nervous talking in class, but I think that things like blogs can fight off some of those nerves. Also, they're low cost. Most of them are free. Prezi, I'm using it now. It's free. All right, and it's also Web 2.0 tools are very easy to use. They are step by step. It still is one of those things. The more you use it, the easier it comes to you. So that's why you should use these things more often, because then you'll find even more exciting things that you can do in your classroom just off of that one tool. All right, because the more you use it, the easier it will come to you. Then we have, how does it bring in a constructivist pedagogical style? It gives the student more freedom. You can just say, here, make a presentation on this using this rubric, of course, because they have to have certain things included in rubrics. But then they can kind of do their own research and create their own presentation. And they get to kind of discover their own knowledge. Also, there's little guidance from the teacher whenever you're using this type of style. The teacher's just there. Hey, I have a question on this, and you guide that student. All right, but it's not as, you're not as needed as you were before, as from the teacher standpoint. And then we have how it helps your classroom. There are many ways it can help your classroom. Students are able to discover solutions. So if you have them do a research project, I know in my science classes we do research projects all the time, they're able to find out their own knowledge. And that helps them remember things and recall information, from a very long time ago. So that's why I do this stuff, because then they'll go, when they're graduated. Oh, I remember in my 7th grade science class because we did research on it. So they're able to discover their own solutions to different problems or find information from a certain topic. Also, students can plan what they can communicate outside of the classroom, which I talked about a little bit earlier. They can kind of prep what they're going to say if they get nervous talking it in front of other students. So then they can put lots of thought into what they want to say on a particular topic, and then they can post it in a blog. Students are grown up around technology. My little cousins know how to work a cell phone better than I do. Um, it's easy for them to use. It's easy for them to learn. It's easy for them to use. They're growing up around it. That's why it should be introduced in your classroom and used, because that's what they're familiar with. Then we have, what can you do in your school to kind of encourage this, to kind of use Web 2.0 tools? How will that help, and why? Or what can you do in your school? Um, I feel that schools should require their teachers to use Web 2.0 tools in their classroom. And that's just my own personal opinion. I found that using these tools, it makes class a little bit more exciting, because then you're not just sitting up there lecturing. It's more on the students then. And that's personally what I think schools should do. Also, they could implement this into their yearly observations. So, say, hey, once you use this Web 2.0 tool, let me know. I want to see your lesson on it. So they can kind of base their observations off of the teacher's abilities to use technology. Also, PA Cyber is trying something new this year. It's called PA Cyber University, and you're required to take so many classes on different training opportunities for different Web 2.0 tools. They have ones for the basic Microsoft Office programs, and then they want us to start increasing our staff's ability to use technology. So they're going to provide, and it's just in the basic stages right now, but I can see eventually incorporating more Web 2.0 tools into this training. And I'm a bad employee this year. I have yet to enroll in any of the courses, but otherwise I'd be able to provide you with more information. But I know that it's, you attend so many classes, and you have to create some type of whatever if it's a presentation or website or whatever the class is about, you have to actually utilize that Web 2.0 tool, and that's how you learn it, because if you use something, that's how you learn to use it. So I think this is something that a lot of other schools should kind of snowball off of, because it's an excellent idea, because even though we're an online school, we still have a lot of employees that are kind of shaky with technology. So this is a great opportunity for those employees to get a little bit more familiar with using technology. And I know there's still things, I'm only a second year teacher, there's still things that I would really, really like to learn. And this grad school program has definitely helped me. But there are other things that I could do that are PA Cyber related that I could definitely learn more about. So here are some of my resources that I used. Of course, I used our book and the learning sessions mainly for this presentation. And other stuff that I discussed were things that I picked up on from this class, and I actually have been incorporating this stuff into my classroom. You always think at the beginning of the year, when am I ever going to use this? Well, I am using this stuff with vodcasts, podcasts, all of that, and it definitely has improved my classroom environment. My students are engaged in learning. It's very exciting because I never did this when I taught in a brick and mortar. So actually utilizing this stuff and making it really, really exciting for the students it's so exciting, and I'm really, really happy I'm learning this stuff, and I think I'll keep using this stuff and keep up with the technology from here on out, because it's super easy to use and it helps out your classroom environment. So overall, I learned a whole lot from this class, and I just wanted to thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my vodcast here, and have a fantastic day.